Good afternoon, everyone. Look at that view. That is gorgeous. There it's moving again. To be on that boat. That's the Highway 6 bridge going from Louisiana toward Texas. We're looking into Texas right there, and that's just perfect. Okay, that's about it. I mean, that's all we have to talk about is how nice it is. 77 degrees, dew point 63, so it's not that humid. It's getting a little more humid, but not bad at all. 81 with a dew point of 54. You get away from the water, and that dew point does drop just a little bit, so not looking too bad yourself, Alexandria. As we look out to the west, you see the Coliseum on the right, and Sherwin-Williams right there in front of us. The Alexandria skyline. You just can't beat it. Now, here's what's radar right now. Here's what we're looking at on radar right now. Some snow around the four corners still, some heavy stuff falling out there in those southwestern mountains. Let me go ahead and see something. We can be a little footloose and fancy-free today because there's not much going on. I want to see there's a webcam I really love out there in Uray, and I just wanted to see if by chance that was showing any snowy sites right now, so that's what I'm doing here. But there are some strong to severe storms out there in eastern New Mexico as well. No, it looks like it's rain down in the valley, big snows up in the mountains, so no snow to show you right there. I'll have to look for something different. But anyhow, we have nothing going on locally. That's why I'm blathering a bit. 81 degrees at 4 p.m., 70 at 7, 60 at 10. Nice round numbers from 7 to 10 there as we cool off back into the 50s to perhaps some upper 40s in some of the areas out there tonight. Temperatures are comfortable, great, cool, clear, all that stuff. Here's Hurricane Oscar. Yeah, we went from a 10% chance of something developing to Hurricane Oscar in like 5 minutes. It was so tiny and still is. It looks like this is going to probably actually make landfall in Cuba, then take that hard right. But this thing had hurricane force winds 5 miles to the north of the center, and that was it. The whole thing across, it was like a 40-mile radius of tropical storm force winds, just incredibly small. So this thing is going to hook right. It's not going to be a worry for us, but definitely rainy and windy out there in Cuba as this I mean, look at this thing. These are the islands in the Bahamas here. This thing's not much bigger than a few of those islands put together. As it continues on its westerly track, you can see those southwesterly winds right there. Those are going to take this thing out to sea and will be no worry for us. But I did want to show you that little interesting thing is this thing really went from nothing to a hurricane, from like it wasn't going to be anything into a hurricane in no time at all. Futurecast through the night showing no precipitation, nothing but clear skies, good stargazing weather. I don't know, I'm trying to come up with something to say because there's just not much going on. You know, when I started back doing all this, I would come out when this was here, when we'd have a slight risk of severe weather or something, and people were like, oh my gosh, you're always right, because, you know, it would rain if I said it was going to rain, but it was because we had severe weather coming. Now I have to talk about this every day, and I've run out of things to say on how gloriously gorgeous it is, but we do need the rain next 7 days. We do not have it coming. Not much in the whole country, really. If you have travel plans over the next week, apart from this little system out here in the Four Corners for the next day or two, there's not much going on. So your 7-day forecast is just as boring as I am right now. Here we go. 80s, mid-80s every day, upper 40s to mid-50s at night. At least it's not terribly hot. We have that going for us. We will stay above normal, it looks like. And actually, toward the end of the month, beginning of November, there is a hint of some rain chances coming into the forecast, but not much. So if you need rain, I still think we're a few weeks away from any real chances on that. And then this is what it looks like on temperatures, bright red. So don't get too much in that fall spirit because we are going to be in the 80s, it looks like, to start November. Cool air will arrive at some point, and as we get through November, that's when hurricane season ends. But still, I mean, at this point, with these cold fronts making it down this far, I don't expect any tropical troubles, but always here to watch that kind of stuff. And I'm going to get on out of here for today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I know, that's what I'm saying. I could go on vacation with this weather. That's what I was thinking. I have to go visit Mom at some point, and I guess Dad while I'm up there. But, you know, yeah, I got to figure this out because, you know, the second I plan something, if I'm like, I'm going to go somewhere November 10th, it's going to be like, you know, all heck breaks loose around Louisiana. And I just like being here on the home base when things get wild and crazy. So I'm clearly out of things to say. I'll see you back here tomorrow morning for more of the same with not much going on in the world of weather. See you then.